Welcome back to our channel.
I can't believe you're still here.
Hit that subscribe button if you want to get notifications when we post new videos.
And the thumbs up button. This is Brad and Rach. The kids are in bed.
All of the kids are in bed tonight. 100%.
So we have twins that are almost 2 years old and a 10-week-old baby.
She's 10 weeks today.
Does that still count as a newborn?
Time flies.
Please tell me that's still a
10
newborn.
weeks is still newborn.
Yeah.
I think.
What are you drinking?
Oh, the Dark Matter from Log Boat Brewery in Columbia, Missouri.
It's a really, really good porter.
It is.
Porter is actually my favorite kind of beer.
That's why we named our son, his middle name is Porter.
It is. Baron Porter.
We're not alcoholics.
No.
We just like beer.
Correct.
What are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about the Owlet monitor. We get asked about this a lot.
All the time.
So,
because it's a huge purchase.
It is a huge purchase.
Especially at the time that we purchased it.
For sure. It's one of the splurges that you have to decide whether or not you're going to make as a parent. What it does is it's a little sock that you put on the baby's foot at night when they go to bed or when they take a nap, and it tracks both their oxygen level, their O2 level, in the exact same way that they track it at the ER. There's a red flashing light, you can see it there. And it also checks their heart rate.
And it sends it, well, for one thing, sends it to this base station, but also you download an app and it sends you the readings straight to your app. So baby Eloise is sleeping in the other room. We're out here, we look at her phone. Oh, she has 99% oxygen level.
Right, and you can also look at their heart rate and determine what level of sleep, what depth of sleep they're in. So it's kind of neat because you can see if they're in REM sleep or deep sleep or whatever.
We, at the time that we purchased them, luckily they had a twin discount.
They
right?
did.
So, but for one unit back in the day was $2.99.
It was.
Now it's only $1.99. However, you
much more affordable.
Yeah. However, you can upgrade, and they sell a camera with, they like bundle it with a camera now for $399.
We totally would have done that.
Yeah. So right now, what we're reviewing, you could purchase on Amazon for $199.
We'll leave a link below. And I think we're a little bit divided on whether this is a purchase you should make. I am definitely in the camp that this is a purchase, if you can swing it, this is a purchase you should make. Or put it on your baby registry.
I'll agree that when the twins got RSV, this was an absolute lifesaver.
They were 6 weeks old.
It was really scary. They were very congested, and so we were able to monitor their oxygen levels. So that was awesome.
Our pediatrician did a really good job when they had RSV of putting us at ease a little bit in the fact that like RSV itself isn't the thing that's dangerous. It's the breathing issues that they have when they have RSV at such a young age that causes problems. And so really the only reason that they would admit a baby into the hospital is if their oxygen level drops below 90% is the benchmark from what I understood.
And Bear got down to like 91.
Yeah, he did. Actually, one time he got down in the upper 80s, but it's because we put it on his foot incorrectly.
Which is something that we need to talk about.
Yeah, so there's like a right and wrong way to put it on the foot.
So I would definitely not consider myself a pessimist. You don't think I'm pessimistic, do you?
Not at all. You're actually the exact opposite. I said that really weird.
However, I absolutely expected when we purchased this thing that it would malfunction all the time. But
never, almost never.
It really didn't, surprisingly.
Yep.
Like I thought, you know, like once every 3 nights we would be up with a false alarm.
We hardly ever got a false alarm. What we did get is that like the fit was poor, and it tells you a different way. It's not like the red alarm, it's like a blue alarm that's saying something's not fitting right.
And it's like, is that the one with the nice song?
Yes, it sings a lullaby.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like ding. I don't know, I don't even remember what the sound is, but it's scary.
Right.
And really when it happened, I didn't, like the monitor was upstairs and you got a notification on your phone, you were at work and you texted me, or you called me saying Lyndall's Owlet is giving me this notification. And
right.
I was changing her diaper at the time, so something happened weird. That was the only time I think it ever went.
Yeah, and they wore it up until what, 10, 11 months old?
Yes, probably.
Every night.
Every night. We almost never forgot to put the thing on them.
What we didn't do right off the bat was rotate which foot.
I totally forgot about that.
So for like,
I totally forgot about that.
I don't know, 2 weeks maybe? We put it on the same bear's foot.
It was more than 2 weeks. It was like 3 months.
Oh, was it really that long?
Yes.
I don't remember it being that long. We only put it on Bear's left foot, and we noticed the difference.
There was a visible size difference in his feet.
Like, oh shoot, we need to be rotating this.
Yes.
So pro tip.
Probably something you should be doing.
Which do they say that in the manual?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just
we
something
probably
that
would have done it.
We kind of restricted his growth, maybe a little bit. Or maybe it was just like less puffy. I don't know.
Either way, rotate it. It only makes sense that you should do it.
I do have to say, as a brand new mother, which I was with the twins, not only just a brand new mother, but a brand new mother of 2 lives that we were bringing into this world, I was a stress ball and I was not sleeping well anyway. And having this, I can't even overstate how much better it helped me sleep, just knowing that there was that little extra layer of protection. This doesn't give you the right to like practice unsafe sleeping. It just gives you a little bit of peace of mind that if something happens, you'll be notified. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like this doesn't give you the ability to co-sleep.
Exactly. Owlet they have to have a lot of trust in this product, because people like could truly depend on it to like, warn them when their child is in danger.
And I don't think that they ever claim that this
I would hope not. Their lawyers would.
SIDS or does anything like that. SIDS is a really scary thing, and I think some of the latest research is showing that it may be related to some type of
like sleep apnea
type thing. So I don't know if this would notify you in time or not. And that was one of the scary things. Is one of my girlfriends and I were talking, and we were like, so what do you do if the alarm goes off in the night? Are you going to be in a situation where you're going to have to resuscitate a baby?
I guess it's possible.
So it is a little bit scary. Like, say the alarm does go off, what kind of position does that put you in, and what would you do? So maybe think through in your head, if that alarm goes off, what are my first steps?
Yeah, have a game plan.
You will panic if it's in the middle of the night and this thing goes off. So I don't know. That's maybe something to consider if this would make you more stressed.
So with that being said, it just depends on what personality you have, whether or not you should purchase this thing.
And I will say, with our third baby, we've had a lot of questions about whether or not we're using it. Not near as often as we did with the twins.
Eloise was a little congested for like a week, so we used it
fairly consistently then. And I will, if I remember, we're not really into a routine yet either. So she has a little bit of, her sleep is a little sporadic. So I don't know when I put her down, if it's going to be the last time I'm putting her down for the night. Like, she doesn't have a bedtime. So if she did, that would be part of the bedtime, is putting this on her. So yeah, we're not using it near as often with our third child as we did with our first 2, and I think that goes with that like new mom anxiety, and it may be worth it just for you to feel a little bit more comfortable as a new mom.
So if you're that person, we'll put a link below, $199 on Amazon.
We'll also put a link below for the prescription for Zoloft. Just kidding. I shouldn't joke about that, but it's a real thing. Like, that's another topic. That goes into the whole like postpartum depression, is also postpartum anxiety, which I definitely had. And this helped a little with that. But if you are having those symptoms where you're so stressed out that you literally can't even sleep when your baby's sleeping like they tell you to do, talk to your doctor about possibly getting on a medication that can help with that.
If you haven't listened,
postpartum anxiety is a real deal.
I was gonna say, if you haven't listened to our podcast, Brad and Rach, the kids are in bed, Rachel goes through and talks about her depression, anxiety. It's a really great listen, so you should give that a listen.
For sure. So, I said that jokingly, but really, the Owlet and Zoloft saved me.
Yeah, saved us all.
Yes. So, I give it a glowing review, and I think it's worth every penny.
Yeah, I think it's a great product. If you don't have it, no big deal. If you do have it, yeah, it's pretty cool that you have it.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'm so passionate about
it. You're super passionate. You're polarized on this topic. I feel that.
Uh-huh.
So we like to, in these videos, dive into our relationship or our parenting or whatever in a question that we ask each other that we don't know what's coming. So I'm ready for my question.
What was the scariest moment that you've had as a parent thus far?
It's gonna be really boring because I think it was when they had RSV.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That was my scariest week. And I've never wished for time to pass faster than when I was in that week with both of the kids having RSV when they were 6 weeks old. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. When Bear, like I knew immediately when Bear started showing that he was a little bit congested. I remember taking a video of him, texting it to Brad and saying, I'm pretty sure he's coming down with this. By that evening, he could not breathe. And like he had bubbles coming out of his nose out of his mouth from all the congestion. It was horrifying. Having an infant that can't breathe is like one of the scariest things.
Yeah, it's like your worst nightmare coming true.
Yes. Also, when Lyndall had her first like T-Rex moment, so
Jeez.
Lyndall was a passionate newborn. And
Lyndall had a witching hour.
Yeah.
Purple crying, whatever you want to call it.
Those are all good ways of describing Lyndall. The day we brought her home from the hospital, we did something that made her so upset that she was turning red and like sounded like she couldn't breathe, but she was just crying her eyes out. And turns out that was just the way she cried. But we called and we're like, I think she can't breathe, and we were talking about taking her to the ER.
I wonder how many parents get home and like just automatically call back.
I know. It's so scary.
Oh my God, the
Like,
baby's crying.
You don't know it's normal. What was your scariest moment with parenting?
Yeah, I think when that night when you took Bear to the ER, yeah, that was.
You had to stay with Lyndall.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
That's horrible.
It was. Another really, really horrifying moment I had was we have these video monitors. We should review all of our monitors that we've had.
Yeah. We'll do that someday.
When we go hard. When we buy one monitor, we buy them all. When we buy one cup, we buy them all.
That's because the first one we buy is stink.
Terrible. So we have the Wi-Fi monitors and they would freeze occasionally.
I guess we try to go cheap first.
And then we end up buying the $150 monitor because
Right.
we're like, oh, that was cheap. So the ones that are Wi-Fi freeze, and so there was the time that you were at work, I had both of the kids by myself, I put them down for a nap, and then I came downstairs, and it wasn't right away, it was like 20 minutes later, I looked at the monitor, and there were arms reaching into Lyndall's bed on the monitor. I almost lost it, and then I realized they were my arms, and it was just frozen on me, like picking her up or putting her down.
That's great.
The same thing happened to Carrie. Did I tell you that?
No.
Our nanny. So the same thing happened. It hadn't happened for so long. I didn't even think to warn her. But apparently she came out here and both of the kids were already out here. She had gotten them up for the day, but she looked at Lyndall's monitor and saw herself standing there. And she said she didn't know if she was more freaked out that there was someone in the house or that there was someone in Lyndall's room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but then she figured out it was just her.
That's awesome. All right. Well, hopefully you have already hit the subscribe button by now.
Yep, and the thumbs up button.
If you have any questions or anything you want us to review, comment below. Do you want to win $100?
If so, go back to our video. We'll link it in the description below. Leave a comment down there of what you would spend $100 on this Christmas season.
It is our video review of 2 different types of baby carriers.
Yes. So all you have to do is be subscribed to our channel, comment on that video, and you will be entered to win $100.
At the time of this taping, there's only about 630 comments on that video, so you have a 1 in 630 chance of winning $100.
Pretty good.
Way better than the lottery.
Totally.
So when are we gonna decide who wins?
Ooh, let's decide on December 10th.
We will name a winner December 10th.
Yep, go back to our last video, leave a comment.
Your odds are good.
When we say last video, the video with the carriers.
So good luck.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.